This video, we're going to be covering the major sharp scales and cadences page found in the Mayron piano method level 2 through 9. So all of the levels after level 1 will include this page. These are scales that you can work on with your teacher. We're going to go over 3 of them today on this page. We're going to go over the C major, the G major, and the D major as well. Now, just as a real quick reminder, these are going to incorporate finger numbers. And back in Blue Skies and Gray Skies, we introduced the finger numbers. So finger numbers, you're going to start with your thumbs for 1. Pointer fingers are 2. Middle fingers are 3. Ring fingers are 4. And your pinkies are 5. These are what we call 1-octave scales that are written on the page. So we're going to go from, like, for example, in the C major, we're going to go from C all the way up to C. So that's going to be your C major scale. And we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Your cadences kind of help you establish the key. Now, for my students, I don't personally have them play the cadence, but we'll play those after we play the scale. But it's just something to kind of establish what the major chords are there in the page, or for the scale. So we're going to start off with C major. The notes for the C major scale are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then we'll come back down, F, E, D, C. Now, we're not going to use those fingerings. If you notice, the numbers above each of the scales, those are your finger numbers for your right hand, and then the numbers below are the finger numbers for your left hand. So we're going to play each of these scales right hand first, and then left hand, and then together. So we're going to start thumb on the C, and we're going to go C, D, E. Then we're going to do a tuck over. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then tuck over on F. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your pinky's going to land on the top C. Then we're going to come back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do a crossover. 3, 2, 1. So one more time. Tuck under. Crossover. So that's going to involve finger 3 for the tuck under and the crossover, since we're restarting. And then finger 3 is going to cross over and play the E again. Here it is in the left hand. I want to play an octave lower. That way you can see what it's going to look like when we do play hands together. So hands, the left hand is actually going to be kind of the opposite. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So it's going to look like this. Crossover, finger 3. And then coming back down, tuck under. So one more time. Crossover. Tuck under. Just like that, okay? So now we've done the right hand, we've done the left hand. We're going to go ahead and do hands together. So this is where the coordination is going to really have to kick in here. All right, so we're going to start with C, D, E. Right hand's going to cross over or tuck under, and then F, then G. Left hand's going to cross over, A, B, C. And then we're going to do the opposite. Okay, left hand's going to tuck under. Right hand's going to cross over. So one more time. Okay, so I'm going to play that one more time, and then we're going to move on to the G major scale. Okay, so now the good thing, once you have those finger numbers set, it's the same thing for the G major and the D major scales as well. So you'll have that at least under your fingers a little bit. Sorry about the pun. So G major is going to involve the F sharp. So F sharp is going to be your only black key here in the scale. So the G major scale is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So don't worry about the fingers that I just played there. So G, all the way up to G. Okay, so here's the right hand. Again, right hand's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So finger-wise, it's going to cross over and tuck under at the same places. Same thing here for the left hand. We're going to start with finger 5. sorry, my finger slipped there. We'll do that one more time. Okay, now if we did hands together, we're going to slow it down just a little bit. We'll play the hands together twice here. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Same thing with the D major scale. D major is going to be the exact same thing finger-wise. So here in the right hand, we're going to start with D. And up on D, we've got two sharps here. So we're going to play the F sharp when we get there and the C sharp. So those are our two sharps in D major. So we have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So again, the fingering is going to be the same that we've been working on. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Again, same thing in the left hand. We're going to start with finger 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and let's add in the right hand here and do hands together. And do that one more time here. In the next video for the major sharp scales and cadences, we will go ahead and take a look at the other three scales on the page, the A major, the E major, and the B major. Let's really quickly go ahead and work on the cadences here as well. Cadences are going to involve the chords, like I said. So let's go back up to C major. C major, we start with C, E, G. Then we move up to C, F, A. So we move E and G up to F and A. Then we come back down to C, E, G, the C major. And then we go down B, D, G for G major, and we come back to C major. So C major, F major, C major, G major, C major chord. Down in the G major, we're going to start with G major. We're going to go G major, G, B, D, move up to G, C, E, so another C major chord, then come back down to G, and then because we have the sharp, we're going to go F sharp, A, D for D major, and then come back up to G major. So one more time. G major, C major, back down to G major, and then D major, and then G major. Last but not least, on the D major cadence, we're going to start off with the D major chord. So D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, A, D major, move up to D, G, B, okay, G major, come back down to D major. Then we're going to go to the A major chord. So C sharp, E, A, and then back up to D major. So one more time. It's going to be D major, G major, back down to D major, and then A major, C sharp, E, A, and then D major again. So that concludes this video on 3 of the major sharp scales and cadences. Again, in the next video, we'll talk about the A major, the E major, and the B major.